Hi, my name is Prince, and I got selected as a Mentee at Open Mainframe project, and I was working on software discovery tool along with my fellow Mentee Ashish Khatri and my mentors so Elizabeth and Arsh. HDT it is an online search tool for Linux distributions and other software sources that support IBM zSystems hardware architecture. We were majorly given some major tasks that we need to did in this mentorship, and I was majorly working on the shift from NoSQL to SQL database. As here are some of my major contributions that I did. At first, I found out the Fedora files are getting saved into the wrong index. As for example, Fedora 35 file packages are getting saved into Fedora 34 file, and similarly, like Fedora 36 file packages are saved into the Fedora 35. And after that, I have added code for the people to search from IBM validated software list, and later it got merged and we can search through IBM validated software list, and it is working really great now. And after that, while I was working on the switch from SQL to SQL, I found that the open source files are created empty and the regist code is apparently broken, and I made some changes into that, and now they are working really good, and the files, like we can search through the packages of open source too. And at last, SQL database, the switch, some heavy task was already done by Arsh Pratap, and I need to test these things and added some more functionalities into that, and I did, and it at last it got merged into the master, and like we in the running instance, we have already shifted to the NoSQL as we are like using MariaDB as our database. And here is a bit of comparison what I did. Like in this like we'll be seeing the CPU usage, and like we are doing it for the NoSQL first. So what I will first do, I will just delete this cache data, and like usually it created at last. So like at that time, like when it is get created, we will see the performance or the usage of our CPU. We will restart our Apache, and we will see the CPU usage using the top command. And once we reload this, we can see the CPU usage hike to 99.7%. That is pretty a lot, and almost like, yeah, it is taking all of our CPU usage. And here is a switch from SQL. Like we will also see the CPU usage, so we can merely do a comparison. What we will first do, we will just create our database build.py. So exactly what we are doing, we are creating tables from uh, JSON files. As we can see, the CPU percentage, like the CPU usage is around 60%, as you can see, and all of these files are created pretty fast. And what we will do, we will take a look through the MariaDB, and we will see if the databases and the tables are there or not. So show databases is the command for seeing all the databases that are there. As you can see, HDTDB is there. We will use that DB, and we will see the tables that are there. So here are these tables, around 22 tables are created, and we will see the entries. For example, one table, so we are seeing the entries of ZOS software list, and here they are. There are 81 entries in that, and CPU is like CPU usage is pretty less over here. And we will restart our Apache, and we will reload our front end or the deployment, and we will see the computer, the CPU usage then too. So we will reload this, and we will take a look through the CPU usage, and it hiked around 50%. So that is literally half of the CPU usage that we were having in the NoSQL part. So like after this, like like in the near future, what we will be doing, or in the future mentorship, what could be the task. There are few issues that are still need to be addressed. As you can see, like with time you can see some packages got expired or they get modified. As you can see, the links or the description got changed over time. So what we need to do, like what we were doing till now, we were just recreating the files that are let's say they are empty or some path is broken. But what we need to do now, we have to recreate all the files, literally all the files, even if they are not empty. We need to create all of them after some moment of time, again and again, because like they get changed every time. So this is one of the issue that we need to address, and there are some more automation issues that we need to create, as like for example, our uh, like the database, like where all the files are saved, like our main repository is not tracking the exact, like the recent commit, and it is tracking some recent commit. So we also need to automate that, and we need to have a separate of concern where our front end back end are separate, and we are like communicating through APIs. And we are also working on the UI, like the UI shift. Like actually, the we are shifting from Angular to React. Some work has been done by Ashish Khatri, and we'll be working more on that. And I'll be happy to see a lot of changes into that. And we are like now thinking about to have a change in our front end, as it is not looking that much good, but yeah, it is working pretty fast and like pretty good. So let's say we will search for this package, and here are the results. So there are around 386 packages, and it searched through all of these. So there is a lot of search, like uh, the domain was pretty large, and it is working really good. As someone who knows like how it was working with NoSQL, it is working really good in the SQL part. So like I think that would be that much, and like yeah, that would be it. And a special thanks to my mentors. They were really great. They were always every time, like they were available every time, even if it is for Arsh or Elizabeth. We usually have a meeting like weekly, and like uh, I love the atmosphere and like the way we work over here. And I'll be happy to see a lot of changes in this tool, and I'll be keep looking like the future mentees and all of you, and I'll be happy to work again. And it was great working with you all, and thank you so much for having me, and it was a great time. I learned a lot, and yeah, thanks.